Who are you? What do you like? Say there was no one else around to see the way that you put yourself together. How would you do it? Do you know what you like? And I ask this because there is a lot of influence around us all the time for the way that we should present ourselves, the way we should dress, the way we should act. So it's hard to figure out how you fit into all of that more authentically, because in a way you are your surroundings and you are compiled of all the things and moments and people who have brought you to this point in time. But in another sense, you are not. You're something completely different, and that's what I want you to figure out about you. So for me, what really helped me figure that out was Pinterest, mostly. Pinterest, also art in general, like seeing which artists, music artists, painters, any form of art, who I gravitated towards. And my own art really helped me figure out who I am and helped me figure out the way that I want to show up. For me, fashion is a huge form of my self-expression that I do every day. It's my daily ritual of putting what is inside me on the outside of me and going out and being perceived the way that I am. It just makes me feel good to feel like me, and I want you to feel like you. So all of these might not apply to you, and pick and choose whatever sounds right for you. So let's get into the tips. But let me touch on Pinterest again really quickly, actually. It's been really cool to see my style change throughout the years, and I've kept that same board for I don't know how many years it'll say, and I've just loved looking back on that and seeing the way that I've transformed, but also stayed the same. Like, a lot of the elements through these outfits and pieces have stayed very much the same energy, the same colors, the same textures.
I've found I love tulle, I love mini pleats, I love satin, specifically pink satin. I love greens and yellows and earth tones and pinks, and I love them all together, especially.
The things that interest me then still interest me now, which I think is a testament to my style. Like, yes, that is me and that feels good to me. So number one, I would say music. Either listening to a specific song or playlist while you're getting yourself dressed for the day can be very helpful. Like, for me, I love to listen to, well, as of late, I really love Soft Sounds from Another Planet, that album by Japanese Breakfast. That album is very much my style and my soul. So I can either listen to that while I'm getting ready or while I'm out buying new clothes. I like to thrift personally. I think it's much better, well, it is much better for the environment, and you can find very unique pieces there that aren't gonna be in fast fashion stores. So yes, while you're getting ready, put on the music that you want to embody and really see what comes out of you while you're listening to it. See your body as a part of your outfit. So for me, the way I wear my hair is huge for my outfits. Some outfits look much better with it down, some look so much better up. My haircut changes the way outfits look a lot. So I've definitely got outfits that look better with my hair long, and I've got outfits that look better with my hair short. My nails are very much always a part of my outfit. I like to keep them very long. Here they are. These are my natural nails because, well, I don't have to pay for them, and because I just think they look very beautiful that way. Your body type is a part of your outfit. For me, I prefer to not do any puffy shoulders, especially if I'm not balancing it out on my bottom half, because I've already got, well, let me show you. I've already got pretty broad shoulders, which is not a bad thing. I just prefer to not accentuate them most of the time, because, like, yeah, here are my hips, here are my shoulders. My shoulders are definitely larger than my hips, which is fine. That's not a bad thing. But I'm saying, what I'm saying is I just don't think poofy shoulders look good on me personally. So I like to keep in mind the way my proportions are for the clothes that I put on myself. The way you hold yourself is very big. If you're wearing an outfit that looks better, if you're kind of like, do you know what I'm saying? Okay, wait. So for this outfit, just some old baggy shorts and this big old top, I think I look much better kind of slouchy, and like, yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna model the clothes, I'm gonna want to embody what these clothes are giving. What I'm and I can put up examples to better explain what I mean, because I don't always pose the same way for every outfit, because that's not what they call for. My tattoos, or your tattoos, they are a part of every outfit now that I wear. Well, anything that's not covering them. These are very much a part of my fashion. Do not buy a piece of clothing just because it's kind of close to something that you love on Pinterest or something that you love on your favorite artist, etc. Because it likely lacks that little element or that extra piece that drew you to that first piece in the first place. So, for example, this top, right? Versus this top. They're not quite the same. And just because it's there and available to you, you have to think, am I gonna actually put a lot of outfits together with this? Because it's not actually the thing that I wanted. It's just clothes. So if you can, save your money in not buying those pieces, because they're not what you wanted. Show, don't tell. Now this is a piece of advice often given for people who are making movies, are making books, songs even, but I feel like I haven't really heard it be talked about in fashion. So for me, what show don't tell means is, let's say I love the movie Hercules, right? I can either wear this, which is cute, okay? And I'm not saying I have anything against people who would wear this or that it's wrong to wear this. This is just my opinion and what I do for myself. Instead of wearing that, I would wear this. I prefer to embody the piece of media or song or painting rather than wearing something that is telling you. So like that's that's what I mean by show don't tell. I can put a description of it up here because I feel like I'm not doing that great of a job of explaining. Or the same with this shirt right here. It's very beautiful, okay? It is fast fashion and not made of good material, you can tell from just looking at it. So wouldn't buy that in the first place. But instead of wearing that shirt, I would like to look like the woman in the painting of that shirt. And I feel like that so much better embodies the feeling or the vibe of that shirt. Because it's not, well, maybe it is the shirt that you love, but there's other ways to do it in a more elegant, maybe meaningful way. I don't mean to... For me personally, I just prefer to do it that way. And obviously I'm not against all like graphic tees. I'm wearing one right now. I just have a very specific set of ones that I like and ones that I don't like. And all you have to do is get to know that about yourself and then figure out what you want from there. Quality. Quality is huge in the clothes that I buy. I would not buy a fast fashion trend that's like kind of pretty, but it's made out of really shitty materials and will probably fall apart after like 20 washes. Instead, and will just be outdated in like 2 months. So instead, I prefer to go to thrift stores and look for pieces that are actually good quality and will last me a long time for like half of the price that I would pay for this cheap shirt, right? So this shirt, for example, is 100% cotton, very durable material, and I got it for like 10 bucks at a thrift store, kind of pricey for a t-shirt. I really love to buy silk tops or skirts or leather from thrift stores because they are really lovely quality, especially if the stitching is also really great quality and you can tell it'll hold for a long time. That's huge because you're gonna get a whole lot more use and elegance from those pieces than you would this top that you're gonna forget about and very quickly. And also it puts your look together in a much more beautiful way, in my opinion, to look like you just look a little bit more expensive. Like you can tell that there was care and love put into those fabrics and those stitchings, and it just, you look much more put together, in my opinion. Take inspiration from as many places as you can outside of fashion. Like often I find myself kind of dressing like the characters in the books that I'm reading and it's a really fun thing because sometimes I won't even realize that I'm doing it until I'm like out the door and driving and I look down and I'm like, oh, I look just like her. And I love to take inspiration from nature as well. That's a huge one for me. I love to embody the feeling of certain animals. Like, I really love jaguars and panthers at the moment, and the way that they hold themselves, I think, makes a very good inspiration for outfits. Mm-hmm. I like to take inspiration from objects, even sometimes. Like, let me go get my teapot and show you what I mean. This is my little Japanese teapot that I love. And even just like drinking tea out of this in the mornings puts me in such a creative mood that I feel like I am more able to put myself together in a more meaningful way. I mean, look at that. Don't buy cheap jewelry that will last you maybe a month or two, turn your finger green, and then be lost in your drawer for who knows how long. Instead, save your money up and buy meaningful staple jewelry pieces that will last you far longer and look far better. So what I did was I saved some money aside every time I go out to travel to buy a ring from different countries. My goal is to do a ring from every country I've been to, but haven't quite done that. um, I have been collecting a silver set, and I think once I have finished the silver set, I'll do a gold one. That way I can have really beautiful pieces for any kind of outfit. Like, these really go with everything that I wear because they keep the same elements of the fashion and the pieces and the fabrics and the colors that I've been loving since I was very young. And that way I know I'll keep wearing these because I've been loving these, you know? So be very intentional about the pieces you buy in general. I said that earlier with even just the clothes as well, but it's very huge because yes, you can buy lots of little different pieces here and there, but wouldn't you rather pool your money together from those pieces that you would have bought to buy something really beautiful that will last you far longer and has a beautiful memory attached to it? Like if you buy this out on your journey to wherever, you know? Or ask for these things for your birthday instead of maybe a couple cheap shirts that you could get a ton of instead of one good thing. Lastly, to keep a clean room, which mine is not at the moment, but I can tell you that when it is, I feel so much more inspired to put together something beautiful on myself than I would in a bit of a jumble here on the floor, because your space really reflects the way that your mind is, and the mind really reflects the way that the space is. So if you can clear both, you will have a much better starting base to create something beautiful from. Fashion is the same way that all art is. It's another form of expression, and you should treat it accordingly and nourish your body and your soul and your mind and your body. Oh, I already said that. And you will create something that much better reflects who you are. Thank you for watching. Who are you?